Who broke up and got back together twice before getting married? Who's dating Jonathan Groff? Which character has a different sexual orientation to their real-life equivalent? Hello, my name's Dylan, and I'll tell you about Mindhunter cast and their real-life equivalents. Holt McCallany as Bill Tench. The blunt Bill Tench does exist in real life as FBI agent Robert Ressler. He's often credited with coining the term serial killer back in the 70s. Here's one thing though, Ressler didn't have kids in real life, and the dramatic story with his son Tench is pretty much irrelevant. The story did happen though, but with completely different people. But that's all we're saying for now. We don't want to spoil season 2 for you. Bill Tench actor Holt McCallany admitted that he borrowed some of the character traits from his father, Holt McCallany, Tony Award-winning producer of 1970s Borstal Boy. I'm not playing my father, but he was also one of those guys who was a heavy smoker, who had an acerbic quality, McCallany said. Just like his character, Holt McCallany found his soulmate. He's been together with Nicole Wilson for 13 years. She's probably known for her roles in the TV series All My Children and As the World Turns. Despite the age difference, which is a massive 22 years, the couple stays strong. Damon Herriman as Charles Manson. We obviously had to mention one of the most notorious criminals of the past century, the creator and cult leader of the Manson family, the one whose dreadful crimes brought an end to the peaceful hippie area. Damon Herriman looks so similar to Manson that he also portrayed him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the latest Tarantino movie. On the subject of playing Manson not once but twice in 2 pedigree productions, Herriman says that people automatically assume this is too weird to be a coincidence. Someone must have called someone, but they genuinely didn't. As you might know, Charles Manson was outstandingly popular with women, who became the greater part of the family. As for Damon, we don't know much in spite of his fame. Anna Torv as Wendy Carr. The character Wendy Carr was inspired by Anne Wilbert Borges, a psychologist who helped FBI with their investigations. But the showrunners did change quite a few important details. In an interview to New York Times, Anna Torv admitted that her character is pretty far from Burgess. When I started the book, I realized, oh, she's probably Anne Burgess. But we took it so far away from her that I think it would do Burgess a disservice to say that. It's just a completely different character. Burgess did not move to Quantico, as she remained in Boston while Ressler and Douglas regularly came to consult. Another peculiar detail is that Burgess was never a lesbian. The showrunners came up with this part themselves. Just like Burgess, Anna Torv is not a part of the LGBT community, and she dates men. If you're a fan of the series Fringe, you probably know Anna from there. During the first episodes, FBI agent Olivia Dunham secretly dated her colleague, who was portrayed by Mark Valley. Well, the relationship went beyond the screen, and soon enough, Mark Valley and Anna Torv became a couple. Their story is a quick one, because after a few months, they secretly got married. Unfortunately, it ended as quickly as it began. A year passed and the couple broke up, which was quite a surprise to the fans and their colleagues. It's been 10 years and we know nothing about her private life. Is she single, or is she just good at hiding her lover? Either way, it remains a mystery. Cameron Britton as Ed Kemper. One of the most interesting and cruel serial killers of the show, Ed Kemper is based on a real person. Ed Kemper is quite an interesting fellow, and it turns out that the actor did a great job at emulating the real guy. Most of the people who met him described Ed as a smart, polite, honest, and open person. It's almost hard to believe that such a polite and intelligent man could commit these gruesome crimes. Although Cameron Britton looks just like the guy, he is diametrically opposite. Before becoming an actor, Cameron worked as a preschool teacher for 8 years, where he taught special needs children ranging from 18 months to 3 years old. Thankfully, through this job, the actor met his future wife. Well, they broke up a few weeks later, but that's not the main focus. Soon Cameron was in another relationship, which lasted for half a year. Sometime later, him and his wife-to-be got back in touch on Facebook. Cameron Britton moved to Nashville, but did not forget this special woman. They would often talk over the phone, and later became an actual couple. Now they've been happy and together since 2013. Aside from his Mindhunter role, Cameron also acted in The Umbrella Academy, and it's so strange to see him portray characters that are so different. But the actor does not by any means regret taking part in the project, even if his character is so horrendous. Most of the conversations with my wife the night before we started shooting was, "Man, this is my first guest star, and it's with David freaking Fincher. Hope to God I can just keep up and not make a fool of myself." Hannah Gross as Debbie Mitford. Although lots of characters are real, Debbie Mitford is completely made up. She was put on the show for a purpose, to surround Holden with people that know psychology better than he does. Thanks to Debbie, Holden's character can evolve, improve his skills, and be a better specialist. But unlike Debbie, Hannah Gross is real, and her role in Mindhunters became her breakthrough. And while we might know everything about her character, in real life, Hannah Gross is a closed book. She rarely posts on social media, and definitely does not share her affairs with her fans. Jonathan Groff as Holden Ford. This wouldn't be much of a video if we didn't mention Holden Ford, who is based on someone that did a lot for the world of criminology. The character is based on retired Special Agent John Douglas. Not only did this man give the world Mr. Ford, but he's also the one who created the series. Yes, it was Douglas's biographical book that inspired the series Mindhunter. Even now, his methods are still used to get criminals talking. No wonder his name is basically synonymous with crime investigation. Do you remember the tips from Hannibal Lecter? Sound familiar? And what if I give you a little hint? Do you remember the conversation between Douglas and Ed Kemper? That's it. No doubt that Jonathan Groff is a great actor to bring to life such an exciting character. Those who watched one of his previous series, Looking, wouldn't be surprised if I told them that Jonathan is gay. We've known it for a decade, since he starred in the rock musical Spring Awakening. It was right after that project when Groff decided to come out. I was playing this character, Melchior Gabor, who was a rebel and who was a person who didn't let the world define him, and who stood up to authority and was this kind of revolutionary. And when I left Spring Awakening, I came out of that experience feeling like I had cultivated this side of my personality that hadn't existed before. He left the show, and a month later revealed the truth to his friends and family, broke up with his boyfriend, and moved to his own apartment. It did change his life quite a bit. While still being on Spring Awakening, Jonathan met his best friend, Lee Michelle. Some might know her as a lead in the Glee TV series. Their friendship is so cute. Just look at their photos. As for his private life, we only know about some of Groff's serious relationships. Back in 2009, Jonathan revealed his affair with Gavin Creel, but a year later, the couple broke up. A year after his coming out, the actor started dating Zachary Quinto, but the public only found out 2 years later. Quinto told Out magazine about his relationship with Jonathan, claiming to be incredibly happy and incredibly lucky to be in a relationship with him. Everything seemed perfect until the couple announced their breakup, and they didn't even tell us why. Although Zachary and Jonathan broke up a long time ago, they still remain good friends. They were spotted at the backstage of Jonathan's Broadway show Hamilton back in August 2015. I doubt it would have happened if they separated on a bad note. The pair even proved that their friendship was going strong a couple of years ago when they got photographed together at 2017 GQ Men of the Year party held at the Chateau Marmont. As for now, we don't know anything about his private life, but if he's got a partner, we don't think he's that famous. It's been 6 years since his breakup with Zachary, and I really doubt that he's been alone all this time. But we could be wrong. What do you think? Which story did you like the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and be awesome with us.